Every man wants success, but very few learn how to control their mind. Most people wake up every day with the same habits, the same thoughts, and the same problems. They work hard, they try again, but nothing changes. Why? Because their mind is not in control. Successful people understand one simple truth. If you do not control your mind will control you. And most minds are undisciplined. Successful people are not fearless. They are not always confident. They feel pressure. They feel stress. They feel doubt. But they do not let these feelings decide their actions. They decide first. Then they act. They start with order. Successful people respect the start of their day. They do not begin in chaos. They do not rush into noise. They avoid unnecessary distraction in the morning because the mind is weakest at the start. A messy morning creates a messy mind. A calm morning creates control. Even simple habits matter. Waking up on time, sitting quietly, breathing slowly. This sends a signal to the mind. I am in charge. A man who controls his morning controls the direction of his day. Next, successful people protect their focus. They understand that focus is limited. Once wasted, it is hard to recover. They do not try to do everything. They do not chase every idea. They choose one direction, one priority, one task at a time. They ask clear questions. What matters today? What moves me forward? This removes confusion. This reduces mental noise. A focused mind feels lighter. A lighter mind works better. Then, successful people learn to manage their thoughts. They understand that thoughts come and go. Not every thought deserves attention. When fear appears, they do not run. When doubt appears, they do not panic. They pause. They observe the thought instead of becoming the thought. They ask themselves, is this useful? Is this helping my growth? If the answer is no, they let it pass. They do not argue with their mind. They redirect it. This takes practice, but practice builds control. Overthinking loses power when action becomes the habit. That is why successful people act fast. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They do not wait to feel confident. They start small. They start imperfect. Action creates clarity. Action builds belief. Waiting creates fear. Movement destroys it. They train discipline every day. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. They show up even when they don't feel like it, especially when they don't feel like it. They understand this rule. If you only act when motivated, you stay average. Discipline trains the mind to move forward without excuses. A disciplined mind stays calm under pressure. It does not collapse easily. Successful people also control their environment. They know environment shapes behavior, so they adjust it. They reduce distractions. They limit useless information. They are careful with what they watch, careful with what they hear, careful with what they repeat in their mind. Too much noise creates confusion. Too much negativity creates weakness. They choose fewer inputs, but better ones. A clean environment supports a clean mind. Another key habit is accepting discomfort. Successful people do not chase comfort all the time. They understand comfort slows growth. They accept that progress feels uncomfortable. They accept that effort feels heavy. When work becomes hard, they stay. When results are slow, they stay. This trains the mind to remain stable. A man who can sit with discomfort can control his reactions. Comfort makes the mind soft. Challenge makes it sharp.
They also control their self-talk. They listen to how they speak to themselves, because words shape identity. They do not say, "I am weak." They say, "I am becoming stronger." They do not say, "I always fail." They say, "I am learning." This does not mean lying to yourself. It means guiding yourself. A man becomes what he repeatedly tells his mind. At night, successful people reflect. They do not sleep without awareness. They review the day. What did I do well? Where did I waste time? What can improve tomorrow? No excuses, no self-hate, just honest correction. Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, days repeat. Finally, successful people understand control. They know they cannot control the world. They cannot control people. They cannot control results. But they can control their response. They control how they react to failure. They control how they respond to stress. They control how they move forward. This is real strength. Not shouting, not showing off, quiet control. A man who controls his mind, controls his habits, controls his decisions, controls his future. Now listen carefully. If this message feels clear to you, it means you are ready for change. This is not content for entertainment. This is for men who want structure in life. If you want discipline, clarity, and steady progress, then stay connected. Follow this space so these reminders stay with you. Support this video so this message reaches the right minds. Share it with someone who is tired of confusion and ready for control. Remember this: order comes first. Growth follows naturally. One disciplined thought, one controlled action every single day.